Good morning. Welcome to the Pipe Farthing. Today, I just want to talk about a video, something that I've been enjoying doing right now. Little backstory before I get into this little wood project is I have a tendency to rush through projects, and I thought for a long time it's just because I'm impatient. And I learned over the last few years it's not because I'm impatient. That's a symptom of the problem. The problem is, or the challenge, is that I guess to put it in no other terms, I kind of have a fear of failing when I take on a project or really anything. And I beat myself up really hard. And I'm not a perfectionist though, that's the thing. But I want to do a good job, and I just maybe beat myself up thinking I don't have the skills, I don't have the patience, I'm going to fail at it. And so I tend to rush through projects, and have a tendency to do a good enough job. It's sufficient, but it could be better. It could be better. And again, this isn't perfectionist. This is me knowing that there's something inside that I can improve on that will also improve my spiritual life, I think. But so I have a 1941 house. The front door is solid wood, and it has a solid wood storm door. And for the last couple of years, we've been getting moisture in the wintertime, kind of in between those two doors. And there would even the bottom of the interior of the door would actually like freeze. You get a little bit of ice that would even build up on the seal on the inside of the house, which isn't good because I have solid oak floors. Oak or pine? Oak, I think. I think I have oak floors. Wow. Yeah, oak floors. Jeez. Duh. Sorry, I've been thinking about pine a lot lately. So there's a cool story behind my floors too. So let me show you this. I've got the insert out. There's a screen and a window insert, but both of them are out right now because I had to repair the screen insert as well. So what happened was the bottom of the door was rotting out. So let me show you these two pieces, how they were, essentially. Now, they weren't hanging on the door that way. I started to work on the door thinking, oh, I'll sand this down, I'll scrape off the paint, and I'll chip out whatever's rotted, and I'll use some plastic wood, and we'll restore the door that way. Because I didn't think it was that bad. Well, I could go way farther into it than this. It's still a little spongy. That's way too much of a crevice to fill in with plastic wood. Let's just do this thing right. And so I got to work, and here's what I did. You know what, let me do this. So you can kind of see this vertical piece going all the way down. It was also rotted where the joints, I think, were dovetailed in together on both sides. So we had this problem. So I had to cut out about an inch in with my jigsaw on both sides. Okay, a little bit more on one side than the other, but I got that done. And then I cleaned everything up, observed what I wanted to do. I wanted to dowel this end in. So I do have 5 dowels in there. And then here I've got 3 screws on both sides. Okay. Everything's wood glued as well. But I went to Home Depot and realized that that the wood is terrible. One, this door, what I needed was 1 1/8 inch thick. And at Home Depot, I was only going to get something that was thinner than that or thicker than that, so I'd have to plane it down. That's fine, I can do that, but I didn't want to. So I came back to the house because I've got a ton of wood up here stacked up, a lot of old wood, some newer wood as well, and I found an old piece of barn wood that was the perfect thickness. So let's go back down here. And so this is an old piece of barn wood. It's in great shape. I had 3 little nail holes in it from before I tore it off. Whatever I tore it off, and filled those in with some plastic wood. So that's what I did. I took my jig and I put 5 dowels in the top here. Got my holes in here, wood glued it, put it in, pre-drilled. You can kind of see, you can see these dowels here. Those are my plugs, and it's a long plug, about 1 inch thick, okay? Because I pre-drilled in, and then I put in a screw here, here, and here with wood glue on both sides. So this thing is solidly placed. I actually then had not really a gap, but there's the seam or the joint. Sorry, I'm learning. And I didn't want any moisture to get into that joint. So I did take some plastic wood, just some DAP plastic wood, and ran it all through there. And this morning, I'm going to do is sand it down so that tonight I can start putting some primer on this. The other thing I did, and this is part of the laziness part from back in the day, is these hinges were on the door right here, right? I don't know what color they were, if they were white from the house or not, but they're originally like an old brass hinge. And I just painted over them. Same with the door handle. So door handles over here is now black. But as I painted this house when we bought the house, and I've painted it a couple times since, I just painted over the stuff white, mostly because I was lazy, to be honest with you. So I got these things stripped down, painted black with Rust-Oleum, black spray paint, and primer in one, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to sand this down this morning. Probably on lunch I'll come out and get my scraper out and scrape the store down as best I can, get a coat of primer on it tonight, and we'll be good to go. It's been a fun project. I'm taking time in my life to learn new skills, to do things right, to step back, to observe, to think, to reflect. How should I do X, Y, or Z, and get it done? So what I want to know down below is what skills have you picked up in life? What were you not very good at, and what did you decide to take the time and develop those skills? And what joy have you found in it? I'd like to hear about that down below. Well, thanks for visiting with me in my garage, in my little thing I call the pipe farthing. Not as much a location as it is a frame of mind. I don't know. That sounds kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, as we go, as that develops. This garage will be getting redone, hopefully next year, and big plans for that. More to come on that in a few months. All right, talk to you guys later. God bless. Bye.